Hello? 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 I like the part where Violent J goes, "Wow! Wow! Wow!" right at the end of the song there. Cuz he's not really Violent J's not really a vocalist, so it's when he does vocals, it's funny sometimes. Sometimes he does them okay, but I don't know. It's funny. I miss when man, when ICP would lean more into the rock sound that they had going on there for a while. It was much better than when they just did this pure no guitars music that they do nowadays. It's just not as good. But you can't always get potato chip when you want a potato chip. Shut up. Sorry. Listen. What the fuck you look at me like that for, Claude, huh? I ain't never did nothing to you. And you come into my stream and make a stare face at me like I've kicked your chihuahua. Well, I'll tell you what. I've never kicked a chihuahua in my life. As a matter of fact, I've done the opposite. I've unkicked several chihuahuas. So, think about that. Put that in your fucking butthole and hump it. I guess you don't really, if something's in your butt, it's not really humping anymore. Can you hump something if it involves penetration, or is that just a form of sex or something at that point? I don't really know. I was humping her all night. I was humping the butt. Yeah, buddy, I was humping the butt all night. Yeah. Twitch is doing a thing now where they hate everyone that doesn't have 1,000 viewers, so they make the view count fake or something. I don't know. So if you are a lurker, you know what I should do? I need to make a lurk tax button so that it encourages interactions from lurkers, just at least one interaction, and that way Twitch will count it as a view or whatever, because they're fucking stupid. They're fucking stupid. Oh, I am. Okay. I am unmuted, okay? All right. Listen to me. Listen to me with your stupid head and your stupid ears. Today on the agenda, what I have is there's two Japanese exclusive watamote novels that no one has ever fucking officially translated. Somebody ran both of them through Google and Deep Ol Translation, which is AI. I've read at least the first story of both of them, I think, and the first story seems fine. And then after the first story of both of the anthologies, it kind of goes down off of a cliff. I assume the legibility, the comprehensibility, the easiness to comprehend goes off a ledge, because I assume that the person that was translating them kind of hand translated the very first story to the best of his abilities, and then the rest of them was like, fuck it. Fuck it. The rest of nobody's gonna read past the first story, right? But yes, they will, because I'ma do that. But anyways, the very first story, I've read it already, and it's on this one, because there's two novels. I own them both, by the way. This is it. This is the most legal way that I could ever done this, okay? I own all these books. I ordered them from Nippon. They came to me from Nippon. And there were no tariffs because books and manga and comics and leaflets are all reading material which are considered educational and are exempt from tariffs. That's a little known fact. Nobody knows that. I figured it out by I just kept ordering manga and I kept being like, why am I not getting turfed? And then I got a little note from a Japanese seller that said, yeah, it took us a long time to send you this book out because we were trying to figure out the tariff situation, and it turns out that they told me, the Japanese seller, it turns out that books are exempt from tariffs. So go ahead and order your books from China and Japan and wherever. I don't know. I mean, I'm a collector, right? So like if there are Japanese exclusive versions, I'm a collector of watamote shit specifically. I love watamote. So any books they got over there that didn't come out here, I'm going to get them regardless if I can read them or not, because they're all in kanji. Kanji! I like when my head gets stuck up here. I don't know why it does that, but it does it whenever I look up. If I look up too high, my head gets stuck in the sky. Yeah, I don't know. So I came across a thing today that was like, maybe I should play a video game instead of doing this, because who the fuck watches whatever the fuck, who the fuck watches somebody read a book? But I also read this other thing. It said, like, I don't even know where I read this. Maybe I dreamed this. I dreamed that someone told me to only do streams that you want to do, regardless of if you think it will be of high quality viewership or not, or not even high quality, just a higher viewership. Because I could get 1,000, if you made me play Rust, if you told me if you play Rust right now, you'll get 1,000 viewers, I would still be like, go fuck yourself. I'd rather read the Watamote anthology novel on stream. I'd rather. Hey, Peter. Wait, no. Hey, Peter. Hey, Peter. Hey, Peter. You remember that time you played Rust on stream and got 1,000 viewers, Peter? Yeah, I remember that, Joe. I remember that. There's another free Family Guy cutaway gag, straight from my mouth to Seth MacFarlane. He can have that one. He can have that one. This is a pretty good one, right? Listen, I'm gonna start animating. I'm gonna not even animating those. I'm gonna start cutting those out of the VODs. I'm gonna start making those with Peter and Joe and everything. I'm gonna put them in the video, in the short, and then people are gonna watch that and they're gonna be like, "That's amazing. This Navy person is a fucking comic genius, basically." And anyways, hey, look at this. Boom. Look at it. There it is. I own this. For real, for real. What does anybody know what watamote is? Or watamote? Let's turn my AC up. Bop, 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 bop. I kind of miss having central air conditioning. I'm gonna be real. I got well, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't say. I don't have central air conditioning though. And I miss it a little bit because it was just a lot better at keeping the house. Anybody out? Raise your hand if you don't have central air conditioning. Claude! Claude's a fucker. Claude just doesn't listen to me, doesn't fucking say anything in the Discord ever, doesn't pay attention to the Discord, even if I put jokes about Claude into the Discord, because Claude's a fake mod! A fake mod! Anyways. Y'all ever heard of watamote? What if I move myself over to the side? Huh? Does that look, that looks better, right? Boop. Boop. Ah. That looks better, right? Look at it. It's watamote. Look at that. I don't know if it's watamote or watamote. I assume it's watamote because that sounds more like the Japanese way that you would pronounce it. Watamote. So yeah, this is just an anthology. It's just an anthology, which the very first story was written by Nico Tanigawa, which Nico Tanigawa is a illustrator writer duo, and they go under the alias Nico Tanigawa. They're the ones that write and illustrate the manga. They both have a hand in illustrating. I think one of them's the main illustrator. The other one is like a more background and story prioritizes that. It's a man and female duo. Anyways, and I looked around. Nobody else has even tried to read this stuff, on the internet. Probably because it's pretty niche. You got to be a pretty big motherfucking mega fan to wanna read the watamote novels, or even know that they exist. To be honest, because it's not like this shit was advertised in America. It never came out here, which is why it's gonna be okay for me to read this on Twitch. If it was like some shit that had copyright over here in hell where I live, it doesn't though, because it's in Japan. But if it had hell licensing, I wouldn't be able to read it here, because the hell DMCA would take it down. But I can, because it's Japanese, okay? But an AI translated it. You guys don't give a fuck. All right, fuck it. I'm going to start reading it then. Fuck you guys. I hate this place. Everybody hates me. Especially Clyde. All right. Watamote Shusetsu. Shusetsu just means novel. So it's basically, it says Watamote Shusetsu. It says Watamote novel anthology novel is what that says right here. Right here. Okay. Okay, everybody on board? This is so stupid. There's gonna come a time in the future, because this VOD, I'll throw it up on YouTube, that someone will be looking for information based on these books to see what the fuck they're about. And they're gonna come across my video. And I apologize. Like, it sucks that you came across this video. You shouldn't have done that. You should have looked it up yourself instead of being a lazy bitch. They're on Reddit. Both of the novels. That's where I found them. Okay. Look at that. Wow. Look at it. It's fucking Japanese. Wow. You know what? I have the book physically. I said that about 18 times. It has this thing right here is actually a bookmark. There's a bookmark right here. It comes with a bookmark built into it. It's really cool. I wish I had hand cam. I'd show it, but I don't have that set up. Maybe one day I'll do a cooking stream. I wish you could read manga on Twitch, but that's probably, like, if you were reading English manga that you purchased, it's probably illegal to do that. All right, here's the authors. No matter how I look at it, it's you guys' fault I'm not popular novel anthology. Nico Tanigawa, who is the original mangaka, Masaki Tsuji, Yugo Aosaki, Sako Aizawa, Van Madoe. Original story illustration, Nico Tanigawa. Supervision is Square Onyx. Square Onyx publishes these in Japan. The manga in Japan. In the US, it's 7 Seas, I think? 7 Seas? I think. I don't know. Don't quote me. I don't fucking remember. Table of contents. Nico Tanikawa. Because I'm not popular one day during summer vacation. All right, Masaki Suji. No matter how you look at it, it's the reader's fault that I'm not happy. And Yugo Aisaki. My bangs are facing the sky. So I think I've read the first and second stories, I think. The second story is all over the place, I think, because it's just a literal translation from AI. The first one reads decent enough, which is why I think there was more human intervention with the first story. And so the rest of the book after the first story is probably just going to be hard to comprehend. Sorry. Not my fault. If I could read Japanese directly, I would. Okay. And there is just a map of where Tomoko lives, which is interesting. That's cool. It's just neat. It's neat. I think it's neat. The locations of fictional schools and stores such as Harajuku Educational Academy, Makuhari Heidel High School, and Tsukino Coffee have been estimated by the editorial department of Sekaisha Publishing based on descriptions within the work. No matter how I look at it, you guys have followed, I'm not popular. Chiba Marine Stadium. Wow. Wow. That's where Comey loves to go. You know Comey? Not the stupid fucking dumb, stupid Comey can't communicate Comey, but the goddess Comey that rocks a jersey and like skinny jeans with cool holes in them. She's like a goth nerd sports fan. Comey's got a crazy style. I said Coney for a second. Oh, wow. Okay. Because I'm not popular. One day during summer vacation, Nico Tanigawa. All right. Before we get into this, I'm going to say one more thing. The other day I was reading about Japanese novels and how they're presented. First off, in Japanese novels, the text is fucking vertical. Obviously, it's been set to horizontal because I'm American. But that was one of the first things that threw me off about Japanese novels. Second thing, in Japanese novels, what I read is that they almost never tell you the name of the character that is speaking. You're meant to be able to pick up who is speaking based on the things that they're saying. So things can become extremely confusing. And the only reason that I'm able to decipher a lot of this shit is because I know how these characters act because I've read the entire manga so far. So like I'm familiar with the characters. If I was not familiar with the characters, this would be illegible. It would be incomprehensible. It would be like impossible to figure out what the fuck is going on. But yeah, without prior knowledge, this is just not understandable. Because it never says, and then so-and-so said. It just never says that. You just have to figure it out. So, anyways. This is the first story. It's starting off from Tomoko's perspective. Okay? Okay. And I see, okay. I'm already a little thrown off, okay? You see where it says, Resuponshibiritri sekinin, responsibility. This is, I think, her sounding out words in English. She's sounding these words out. Responsibility. Saruri kyoru, salary. Shippumen haisu shuka, shipment. Shitoji fusoku, shortage. I think those might act. I cannot. Those might be the way that they say those words in Japanese. I do not think that that's true, though. There is no way that the Japanese word for responsibility is risaponshibility. Risaponshibility. There is no way. That sounds like someone doing a fake Japanese accent. Risaponshibility? There is no way. Anyways. Next. Going to the next line. One day, Should I read like Tomoko?
One day during the summer vacation, I was in my room, flipping through an English vocabulary book that I borrowed from Katu-san, trying to memorize the words one by one. Each time I turned the pages, I repeated the process of pronouncing the English words and reading the Japanese translation.
Okay, that is what that is. The English word with the Japanese translation. Huh. So responsibility is really responsibility? Seconding? Huh. Whatever. Really? Really? All right. Fuck it. Just start from the top.
One day during the summer vacation, I was in my room flipping through an English vocabulary book that I borrowed from Katu-san, trying to memorize the words one by one. Each time I turned the pages, I repeated the process of pronouncing the English words and reading the Japanese translation.
Okay. Whenever it's narration or in the head of Tomoko, I say, I vote no voice. Okay? Because if I do that the whole time, it's going to throw my voice out way quicker. Right? Why would you vaporize me with your mind? What the fuck, big dog, for you? What the hell? I'm just trying to read fucking watamote. Tomoke. I'm just trying to read Tomoko Karaoke over here. Fuck. Shit. I've gotten it's like 33 minutes of the stream. I've gotten through the first paragraph. What's up? I hope you're doing good. Head pat you on the ass. Because you're an asshead. Yeah. I like when my head gets stuck in the corner when I look like this. Ah. All right. Let's keep going, okay? I'm going to restart from the top. We're never getting through this. I'm going to restart from the top. God, I'm doing great. Hope you are as well, cat person. I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing what makes me happy, damn it. And ain't nobody else going to read the Watamote light novels, so I fucking might as well do it myself. Have a good listen. Have a good listen. Start from the top. No Tomoko voice unless it's something being said. Okay. She's reading, all right, at the top. Okay. Responsibility is sekinin. Responsibility. Sararu kiruyu. Salary. Shippumen haisu shuka. Shipment. Shoutoji fusoku. Shortage. One day during the summer vacation, I was in my room, flipping through an English vocabulary book that I borrowed from Katu-san. Trying to memorize the words one by one. Each time I turned the pages, I repeated the process of pronouncing the English words and reading the Japanese translation. According to Katu-san, the shortest way to learn English is to pronounce English words properly and memorize them with your eyes, ears, and mouth. Over the past 2 months, thanks to the pressure from Katu-san for the past 2 months. Wait, what? Does it really say that? It does say that. Okay. Over the past 2 months, thanks to the pressure from Katu-san for the past 2 months, I managed to memorize nearly 1,000 English words, but she said that I would have to memorize at least 3,000 words to pass the Aoyama University entrance exam. I feel like giving up. Even though I am studying English for entrance exams, let's get I'm going to put on some little background music. It won't be in the VOD, but I just need it for me. And the stream will hear it as well. But like if somebody's on YouTube or whatever later, it won't be in that. But I do need background for me. Ooh, that's a little loud. Okay. Is that fine? Is that going to be okay? Don't be too loud, please. All right, let me just adjust the volume here a bit. Let me adjust the volume. There we go. and then boom, and then how did I do that? How do I do everything? Browser display. There we go. Okay, I'm back, BB. All right. Even though I am studying English for entrance exams, I begin to question the necessity of English and lose all motivation to study. For example, even if I learn English, will I ever have a chance to speak it with someone? I don't even want to talk to Japanese people. What am I going to talk about with foreigners? Seriously, I can't imagine. Besides, I think I heard someone talking on TV a while ago about the possibility of nanomachines being implanted in the human body in the near future, and anyone will be able to speak multiple languages. If that happens next year or so, all of this memorization will be for nothing. Well, I don't think it will happen next year, but if it becomes a reality about 10 years from now, after I've studied English at university, all my efforts will be for nothing. Should I quit or keep studying? No! I need to think positively about studying English more. For example, if I can understand English, it will be useful when I play Western games. Maybe. And let's see, in the future, when I write a novel and it is made into an anime and becomes popular overseas, and I get messages from foreigners on Twitter or something, I will be able to read and reply in English without using translation tools. If I'm a female novelist, I will receive many images of dicks from foreigners. And if I can understand English, well, I will be able to write detailed comments on each and every one of them in English. Does a straw have one hole or two? Just one. Has an entrance or an exit. Or an exit and an exit. Or an entrance and an entrance. It's all about how you look at it. No. What kind of imagination is this? What kind of situation would cause foreigners to send me pictures of their dicks? No way. Whoa! While I was indulging in such silly fantasies, my smartphone suddenly started vibrating. The name Asuka Katode was displayed on the incoming call screen. I hurriedly pressed the call button on my phone to answer the call.
Yes, hello?
Oh, Kuroki-san. I was just wondering if you've been studying properly.
Yes, I'm doing fine. I was just studying using the vocabulary book I borrowed from you, Katu-san.
I see. That's good. How many have you memorized? Should I lend you a new vocabulary book now?
No, I don't think I remember everything I borrowed yet.
Just tell me when you've finished memorizing it. I'll give you a new one at any time.
Yeah, thank you.
If you have any questions, please call me right away. After my short phone call with Katu-san ended, I pressed the button to end. Is she eavesdropping? The timing is scary. But I wasn't talking to myself, so I don't suspect she's eavesdropping. So what is it then? Is she eavesdropping on my thoughts? That's even scarier. I'll study. In a way, Katu-san's phone call gave me motivation. Well, I don't mean that I was fired up, but rather, it's more like I was pushed by Katu-san, that I felt like I had no choice but to do it. I have heard that in the US, where English is the native language, students are encouraged to be independent in their studies. However, in my opinion, studying is not something that is done voluntarily. It is something you are forced to do. In that sense, I think Katu-san's mama style of English study, with her putting pressure on me like this, may be just right for me. Picking up my vocabulary book, I returned to my never-ending memorization process, whatever. Same difference, right? Process, whatever. It's not the same, but who cares? It says process! It was 5 p.m. I spent the next 6 hours memorizing English with a few breaks in between. I learned 200 English words in one day today. Well, even though I learned them, I'll forget them little by little, so I'll have to review them again and again from now on to consolidate my memory. Anyway, I can say that I have completed my studies for the day. In other words, I have free time from now until 12 when I go to bed.
Now, what should I play?
That's my Tomoko voice. Because that's kind of an approximation of what the Japanese voice actor sounds like. As a student preparing for exams, I would like to play as much as possible to refresh myself from studying. I would really like to buy a big RPG and spend dozens of hours playing it during the summer vacation, but as I'm about to take exams, that kind of fun is taboo.
Oh, that's right.
I opened my desk drawer, remembering that I had a web money card that I had tried to use to pay for a game but never used.
There it was.
I found a 2,000 yen card in my messy drawer and picked it up.
2,000 yen, huh?
Okay, let's buy a Dujin erotic RPG with this money. I've been slightly interested in it for a while now, and this might be a good opportunity to give it a try. Unlike commercial games, Dujin erotic RPGs created by individuals are less voluminous and voluminous? Voluminous? Are less voluminous and easy to play. I guess not as big. And they will make you feel erotic and relieve the stress built up during exams. I opened my computer and immediately searched Google for I opened up my computer and immediately searched Google for erotic RPGs and looked at the ones that looked good.
Which one would be best? If possible, I'd like the main character to be a woman.
Battle Fucker AI Rape All the Monster Girls.
This looks good.
This looks good. It's well drawn and erotic, but if she is a monster daughter, does that mean she's a lesbian? So would it be better if the main character is a man? Well, let's see the description. Basic system. This is an orthodox battle fuck RPG. I've never heard of orthodox battle fuck before, but is battle fuck a common practice in the erotic RPG world? Is it like ATB, active time battle, in FF, Final Fantasy? Should I Google it? Battlefuck is a battle of sex and similar activities. If you come or if you run out of energy, you lose. After the battle is over, some kind of punishment may be given to the loser. Okay, I understand about 50% of it. Let's take a look at the outline of the game. The protagonist is a battlefucker. The enemies are monster girls. It's a battle of orgasms, and if you win, you make your opponent climax. The winner can rape the monster girl as much as they want. If you come, you lose immediately and the game is over. If you lose, you will be reverse raped by the monster girl. Raise your level by sexually defeating the monster girls and keep improving your sexual skills. There are over 50 sex scenes, including flashbacks, battle flashbacks, and defeat flashbacks. The words and worldview are unlike anything you'll ever see in a home RPG. I'm getting a bit excited. I'll give it a try. The price is just right. About 1,500 yen. Let's download it. This is not an erotica or anything, by the way. This is just regular par for the course watamote. Just as a reminder, this is not porn. She's just checking it out. It'll be fine. It's fine. It's fine. It won't be that explicit. She's just reading the manual or something. So I don't know what she was. I guess she was just reading about it on a website. Just as I was about to click add to cart, a word caught my eye. Note, all the characters in this work are futanari.
Futanari?
Futanari. I'm not in the mood right now. By the way, what's the mood for a futanari?
Let's find another RPG.
I then looked at various erotic RPG review websites and found a highly rated erotic RPG where the main character was a woman and not a futanari, and the pictures were good. Then I discovered the shocking fact that web money cards cannot be used to buy 18-rated games. The setting sun was shining through the window. The time was around 6 o'clock.
Fuck. Fuck. Fuck!
Sorry. I'm trying to get my Tomoko voice down. I think it's amazing. Why did I waste all that time? I managed to hold back tears. My intention to change my mood ended up making me even more stressed. If this was going to happen, it would have been better to just sit there and watch Goji ni Mucha, a program for people with free time, on MX and just sit around. I only have 6 hours of free time left. If you exclude meals and bath time, that's about 5 hours. A 5-hour change of pace. No, I'm not in the mood for that. Besides, doing it now after attempting to play an erotic RPG would feel like a loss. Well, while I was thinking about that, I heard the sound of cicadas chirping from outside the window.
Are the cicadas chirping already?
Come to think of it, today is the start of August. It was still a little brighter at this time just a while ago. When August comes, it feels like summer is ending all at once, and I feel sad. I haven't liked August since I was in elementary school. August 31st is the day I hate the most in the year. As I was immersed in this sentimental mood, I suddenly realized something. August 1st. No, wait, that's a quote, so.
August 1st. August 1st.
More like that. It's gotta be a little creepy, because it's Tomoko.
August 1st.
I guess. That's right. I'm sure it was that day. It was a day when movies were cheap. It was past 6 p.m. But maybe I can still make it. I immediately opened my computer again to check if the movie I wanted was playing nearby. I told my mom, ate an early dinner by myself, and left home. By the time I arrived at Kaihimakuhari, Kaihimo, Kaihima, Kaihimakuhari, Kaihimakuhari, Kaihimakuhari Station from the nearest station, it was already dark. At the station, there were people who looked like university students. There were apparel companies like Zozo nearby, so they might have been employees of those companies. Office workers in plain half-sleeve shirts and people in blue, red, and white baseball uniforms. Anyway, the station was full of people. Kahimakuhari Station is near Makuhari Mess and Marine Stadium. So on weekends, the area gets unnecessarily crowded with people due to events. I walked through the crowds and took the north exit of Kahimakuhari Station to Cineplex Makuhari, a movie theater in the Mess Amuse Mall in Makuhari. On a normal weekday, you'd see uniformed high school students, mostly Haramaku students, inside the Amuse Mall. But it was summer vacation and there were no uniformed people even in Amuse Mall. Is it Amuse? You think it's Amuse or Amuse? Amuse Mall? It's probably Amuse, isn't it? I passed the game center and took the escalator to the movie theater on the second floor. At the entrance of the cinema, there was a sign showing the showtimes of today's movies, so I checked to make sure the movie I wanted was playing and what the screening times were. Perhaps because I arrived at the theater earlier than I expected, there was still about 30 minutes left until the screening. What should I do? Should I go to the game center downstairs, or should I go back to Kahima? Stop putting that word in there! Fuck! Just say go back to the station. Making me read it every time. Kaihimakuhari Station. Go to Plena Makuhari at the south exit and kill some time at the bookstore instead? It's only a 5-minute walk. After some deliberation, I decided to go to the bookstore. When I had school, I used to check out new manga and novels twice a week on my way home from school, but I had lost that habit after the summer vacation. I headed back the way I came, passing through the station, this time exiting from the south exit. As I was walking down the stairs at the south exit, my eye fell on someone with glasses and a bright red baseball uniform in the stream of people heading to the station. She was Kominantoka. Kominantoka? What's that mean? What's a Kominantoka? Tell me. Whatever. In English, she is Komi something. Komi-san for short. If Komi-san had not noticed me, I would have been able to pass her by, but she seemed to have noticed me and walked toward me with a surprised look on her face for a moment. What are you doing here? Well, what? Which one said that? She walked toward me with a surprised look on her face for a moment. Since you have been... Okay. Komi's the one that's saying, what are you doing here? What are you doing here?
Well, that's what I was supposed to say. Also, since when have you been a carp fan? You're wearing a red uniform. Are you just jumping on the trend?
No, it's red but it's not carp. It says Chiba.
Yeah, you're right. It's confusing.
The day we wear the sunrise red uniform is called All for Chiba Day, a day when we fight for our hometown Chiba Prefecture.
Even if you say it's for Chiba Prefecture, to be honest, even if Lot wins, it doesn't have any effect on my life.
They lost. So that's why she looked so gloomy. Honestly, I've never cheered for a country or team in any sports. Let me just back up.
Even if you say it's for Chiba Prefecture, to be honest, even if Lot wins, it doesn't have any effect on my life. They lost.
So that's why she looked so gloomy. Honestly, I've never cheered for a country or team in sports, so I don't know how it feels to lose. But I'll just stir things up for now.
How do you feel right now? What's the point in rooting for Lot?
Absolutely. I expected Komi something to say something back, but she answered in a lifeless voice. The rise of the young players, the first successful foreigner in a long time, the struggles of the veterans. Everything was going so well that I believed that this was the year we could get third place. I don't know. This is narration. I don't know, but they made it that far and came in third place. Are lot really that weak? It's starting to make me feel sorry for them. Today's loss was terrible. We were overtaken in the top of the ninth inning after conceding a run from an error. But we still showed some spirit in the bottom half of the inning, and it looked like we could win with a walk-off, bases loaded with no outs. But the third batter hit a pop fly on the first pitch. The fourth batter got a double play on the first pitch, and the game was over. We've lost 3 games in a row to a last-place team. We've fallen from 4th to 5th place. It made me wonder if we were playing baseball just to show the fans despair. I have no idea what she's saying, but it seems terrible.
Why are you a fan? You pay money and feel bad about it?
I wouldn't be a Marines fan if I hadn't been born in Chiba, Komi-san said in a strained voice. That's like the first time I've ever seen it specify who's talking. It doesn't do that very often. I wish I could have rooted for the Giants or SoftBank too. I wanted to root for the teams that fans complained about being a dark or weak team that just... I wanted to... bag it up! I wanted to root for the teams that fans complained about being a dark or weak team just because they couldn't get first place. I want them to try and win 10 games in a row. What does it mean to be strong? I don't understand. Kominan-san cried out to me in a wailing voice. Oh, she's like...
I want them to try and win 10 games in a row. What does it mean to be strong? I don't understand.
Kominan-san cried out to me in a wailing voice. I wish she'd stop shouting about Lot in a crowded area in front of the station. It's embarrassing. But Lot, a team that gives fans not hope but despair so far. I've never been interested in them at all, but now I'm starting to get a little curious. Well, I definitely don't want to be a fan if I think this will happen to me if I become a fan. So what are you doing here? Suddenly she calmed down. She's used to losing and can switch gears quickly. So, is this what Lot fans are like?
I came to see a movie, and I still have a little time, so I thought I'd kill it at Polina's bookstore.
What are you watching?
Faith?
I didn't need to answer, but I didn't think there was any point in ignoring her, so I answered honestly. By the way, Faith is a PC game that came out many years ago, and has remained popular since then, with multiple anime adaptations and spin-offs, making it a content that has continued for over 10 years. And the movie version is currently playing. Social games are also very popular, but I don't play many social games in general, so I don't know much about that area.
Ah, Faith, that brings back memories. They're making a movie about it now, after all.
Come to think of it, I had forgotten that Komi-something-san, with her lot and perversion, also had knowledge of otaku hobbies and subculture. Komi-something thought about it for a moment. I think I'll go check it out too. It'd be sad to go home like this. Are you serious? Ah, Faith. Ah, what's your seat? On the aisle a little behind the middle? Ah, yes, that's fine. Is that 2 people? Is that Tomoko and Komi talking to each other? It's gotta be, right? So it'd be like, ah, Faith. Ah, what's your seat?
On the aisle, a little behind the middle.
Ah, yes, that's fine. I guess that's what's happening there? I don't know. I was assigned a seat at the counter and received a ticket with H12 written on it. Komi-san, who was in line behind me, also stated the title of the movie at the counter, assigned a seat, and received her ticket. Her seat was E9, almost right in the middle. The lady at the counter asked me if I was her friend and if I wanted to sit next to her, but Komi-something firmly said that she wanted a different seat. I was also a little hesitant to sit next to each other, so I was glad. Because Komi-san was wearing a bright red Lot uniform and black bondage belt pants, she's so cool. She stood out in a slightly bad way. The color scheme and pants made her look a bit like the archer from Faith. There were about 5 minutes left until the movie started. Should I buy some popcorn? But it would cost about 800 yen for a set with a drink. I was wondering about this when the movie started, and Komi-san just brought a drink and went into the screening first. Bought, not brought. Same difference, whatever. In the end, I just bought a cola and followed her to the screen. There were only 5 or 6 people in the theater, including Komiyama-san, and none of them were sitting next to each other, as if they had come to see the movie alone. I was a little happy because it was annoyingly crowded when I saw Child of Electricity. It was the first time for me to come to a movie theater at night, but if it is so empty, I think I will see movies at night from now on. Soon after I took my seat, the theater became dim and trailers for various movies began to play. After the commercial for Movie Thief ended, the lights in the theater went out completely and the full length movie began. By the way, I drank all the cola during the preview. I should have had an iced coffee or something I could drink in small sips. The end credits rolled, then bonus footage from the main feature was shown, and the lights in the theater were turned back on. As I sat there, soaking in the aftertaste, Komi-san and a few other people left the theater. Before I knew it, I was alone in the theater, so I stood up and walked toward the exit. For some reason, Komi-san was waiting for me in front of the escalator, so we went down to the first floor together. Do you want to stop by Lotteria downstairs? I'll treat you. I had no reason to refuse when Komi-san asked me, so I nodded. Well, strictly speaking, the moment Komi-san invited me, it was a reason to refuse, but just for today, I decided to go along with it. That's so sweet. Fucking Tomoko and Komi usually fucking hate each other, so it's kind of cute that they're just hanging out with each other. At the cash register, I ordered fries and a melon soda, while Komi-san ordered an iced Hujicha latte and sat down at the nearest table. As I silently slammed the straw into my drink, Komi-san spoke up. The movie was great. Yeah. We had a conversation like professionals, without saying much, just saying things like, was nice, and good. I don't like Komi-something-san, but to be honest, this kind of conversation is probably only possible with Komi-san. And it's a godly anime. Godly drawing, godly acting. I like that she's not the kind of person who just says godly things lightly. Overall, it was good, but it sucks that they cut the scene from the original. I don't like how she's quick to badmouth the work like this. I don't want to praise a movie without reservation, no matter how good it is. I would never call it godly. I guess she would only call it godly in her brain because she said it in her brain, but she won't say it out loud because that would be uncool. I'm not good at giving honest compliments to people or things, and I'm not very good at hiding my embarrassment, but you know how sometimes you like something so much that you want to say something bad about it, don't you? Afterwards, Komi-san and I exchanged Komi-something-san and I exchanged bad things about movies. We said nitpicking little things. I think this is probably how we feel about our favorite movies, or maybe it's a kind of twisted love. I don't know if anyone other than us would understand it. I don't know if anyone other than us would understand it. In a way, we have so many similar tastes that it wouldn't be strange for us to be best friends. But why can't we still get along? Is it because we hate each other? Is it because she's a pervert who was after my younger brother? Or because she's a Lot fan? Maybe it's all of them. But it's precisely because I hate her, and it's okay for me to hate her, that I can be honest with her about some things. So she doesn't have to like me after all. In a way, it might be a very easy relationship, and I think it's a relationship that wouldn't be possible with anyone other than Komiyama-san. Oh, but if she ever comes to my house to date my brother, I'll really kill her. Seriously. I don't think my brother would ever choose to do something like that, no matter how much he wants to, but sometimes people do things that are criminal or incomprehensible. I think creative works are great. They're really fun. They're not as cruel as baseball. In a parentheses, it says reality, Komi-san muttered with deep emotion. But it's precisely because baseball, quotations reality, is cruel that the world, quotations lot, is beautiful. Oh, I honestly dislike this kind of thing. After all, we spent about an hour discussing faith at Lotteria. Lotteria? At Lotteria? The Lotteria? Is that like the Lot cafeteria? I don't know. After that, we spent about an hour discussing faith at Lotteria, and then parted ways at the station roundabout as Komi-san was taking the bus home. If I stayed with Komi-san any longer, I would have gotten annoyed, so this was just right. I also headed to the station to go home, and on the way I realized that I had forgotten to turn on my smartphone. And when I turned it on, I found a message from my mother. I quickly replied and got on the train. When I returned to the nearest station from Kaihima Kuhari, Kahimaku Karari, Kahimaku Hari, I found my brother waiting at the ticket gate with a disgusted look on his face. No, I refuse. I don't need to pick up. No, okay. That's Tomoko saying that.
No, I refuse. I don't need a pickup.
Let's go home now. We walked together along the usual path from the station to home. Are you stupid to stay out this late when you have exams?
No, it's just a change of pace. You need to take breaks too. I heard on TV that taking exams is like running a marathon, so you can't go too fast.
I don't know. Plus,
Plus, if I fail, I'll stay home next year. You'll be happy.
just pass and get out, my brother replied without making eye contact.
Well, I'm not sure if I'll leave even if I pass.
Tomoki didn't say anything more, so we walked in silence. On the way, there were cicadas chirping loudly, even though it was the middle of the night. It's reassuring to have something like that around. It feels like summer never ends. One day during summer vacation, it was a pretty fun day. An ordinary day. If you feel happy, it's The Tiger Dragon with George Takahashi. It's the kind of day that you might remember someday as an adult, or you might forget it next year. How did everyone like the first story? Cuz that was it. Nothing really happened and it was just a slice of life. Tomoko meets up with Komi and watches a movie. Tomoko tries to play an erotic RPG, contemplates masturbating, and then just doesn't. Nothing really happened. It was like an episode of Frasier. Lilth? What you gotta ask, Lilth? Ah, yummy. Who is the best faction in Fallout New Vegas? I don't know. I don't really play Fallout. I don't really like those games. I don't know why. They just don't really appeal to me. When I was younger, I used to kind of fuck around in Fallout, but I never played them. Like I would I would just kind of fuck around. I wouldn't play the stories. I would fuck around, like kill people and stuff. I don't know. I have been watching the Fallout TV show. I watched the season 1. I don't even know if season 2 is out. Yeah, I would just go around and shoot people and stuff. I think those metal people are cool. I don't know what they're called. The Brotherhood or something? No, it's just a faction. You haven't seen Fallout Season 1? It's been out for like 2 or 3 years now, hasn't it? Watch it. What the fuck? Yeah, the Brotherhood of Steel. I'm not spoiling it. Also, I'm pretty sure it just follows the game narrative, doesn't it? I don't know. I don't know what the game narrative is, so I don't even know. You were busy for the last, 2 years? It's good. I recommend it. Some people say that they don't like it, but I think it's really good. So... it's a long time to be busy. You've been focusing on school. That's good. That's quite good. It's quite good. Let's see. Do I have any other chill music? I want that mall music. Yes, I love mall music. I gotta pee. I gotta pee, and then we'll read the second story of the Watamote anthology novel. Written by the second story is written by Masaki Suji, if that means anything to anyone. I don't know. Apparently some of these guys are famous author. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I pre-read the first and second stories. The second story's a dream. It's like a big long dream, and it's very confusing. So we'll get into that as soon as I pee. I'll be right back. Penis. Oh, have you ever seen a penis in the sky before? Have you ever seen a penis in a guy before? Penis, oh penis. Have you ever seen a penis before? Have you ever heard of a penis? Have you ever seen a penis? Sorry. I just really like penises. Back! I'm back. I'm back. Hey! Hey! Oh! I'm gonna take my shirt off. It's fucking hot. All right, we're gonna get into the next story, which is it's a mess, y'all. I'm gonna be real. I've read the second story. I pre-read the second story. It's a mess. It's gonna be hard to comprehend. I think I'm gonna do my best. It is yeah, whatever. The second story, no matter how you look at it, it's the reader's fault that I'm not happy. By Masaki Tsuji. Selling one, not selling, I'm dreaming. I don't know what this means, by the way. And we never get an answer, so it only gets more confusing from here. If I were an earthworm, this is loud. Let me turn this down. If I were an earthworm, I wouldn't have any deadlines. I wouldn't have arms or legs, so I couldn't type on a word processor. And I wouldn't get scolded by my editor. Sensei, Kuroki Sensei, huh? What are you thinking just spacing out like that? We've already missed the deadline by 3 days. Can you hear me, Mokochi? No. Can you hear me, Mokochi? No. Kuroki Sensei. To my surprise, my editor is Yu-chan, who was my classmate in middle school. No, of course it's not her. I think she just looks alike. But then again, am I a writer? If I have a deadline, does that mean I'm writing a novel? You debuted at our New Writers Award, so you should refuse any orders from other publishers, even if they pay you 3 times as much, and write your manuscript for us. Even a dog won't forget a favor if you keep it for 3 days. And you are a human being, aren't you? I almost said, I am earthworm. I am an earthworm. What a surprise. What a mistake I made, or not. But my dream from my youth had come true, and I had become a novelist. Oh, but wait a second. Yu-chan? Huh? Who's Yu-chan? No. I mean, the main character of the light novel I'm writing right now is a girl named Yu-chan. What? How come there aren't quotation marks around where she's talking? What the fuck? Fuck! Alright, let's just go back. Oh, but wait a second. Yu-chan? Huh? Who's Yu-chan? No. I mean, the main character of the light novel I'm writing right now is a girl named Yu-chan. What? A light novel? What we're asking you to write is a pornographic novel. Is that so? If that's the case, that's fine, because even though I look like this, my brain is overflowing with dirty jokes. Okay, this is back to narration, so I can go back to normal voice. If that's the case, that's fine, because even though I look like this, my brain is overflowing with dirty jokes, dripping out of me. That's a dirty way to put it. That Yu-chan is shy and can't even talk about anime with anyone other than me, but when you peel back the surface, that's a dirty way to put it. Men have the daily set meal, lovey-dovey lounging around, men lounging around so dirty. What are you blushing at? Muttering, oh, no, that's Tomoki. What are you blushing at, muttering to yourself? Who are you and where did you come from? What are you talking about? I'm your brother.
Oh, it's Tomoki. Where have you been all this time?
You can tell by looking at this outfit. I look like I just got out of the bath.
Oh, so while you're at it, what happened to you-chan?
Oni-chan, it says sister here, but he's definitely saying Oni-chan, and that's just been translated wrongly. Because people don't say, sister, what are you doing? That would be very strange. Oni-chan, is she a friend of yours? She'll hug you in a second.
No, editor. Oh, this is my home, not the publisher's lounge.
So what are you mumbling about? You're sleeping in my bed without permission?
Sleeping? Oh, so I was dreaming just now.
Selling too. Not selling, still dreaming. Okay, things will only get more confusing from here. I'm sorry. It's just what's happening here is just really bad translation is happening. That's what's happening. Wait a minute. I'm not seeing. Oh, fuck me. Selling too. Not selling, still dreaming. This is all I know that this represents is that it just means this is the second dream. Wait a minute. I'm not seeing anything. I'm still dreaming. What's with the selling and selling to headlines? I understand that the original table of contents is Morning 1 and Morning 2 as an abbreviation of Morning Girl. If that's the case, what does selling stand for? What? Whore? That must mean prostitute or gray nightjar, according to the Kojian dictionary. Well, it's fine. No one's going to notice a headline like this. Let's go out to Shibuya by train. Let's go to Roppongi. Let's go to Ginza. Or even better, let's go to New York City. Let's go to the school cafeteria on 5th Avenue and go to the arcade in Manhattan. There's no such thing. So we hit the bestsellers with a bang. And with that momentum, you get to do an autograph session in Central Park, have it made into a musical on Broadway, a movie in Hollywood, a stage play at the Imperial Theater, anime in Narima and Suginami, and then you're back in your neighborhood again. Sensei. Hey, Kuroki-sensei. Oh, don't shake me so. I was having a nice dream. You'll wake me up. I'm already awake. You're an emoji. You're emoji. Eh? What are you fidgeting about? I'm not getting through it all. What a mistake. I mean, she looks a lot like her, or rather, she has a very common face, Emery. I'm not sure. Yes, I'm Emery. Even her name is common. Emery is in charge of you, and I'm sorry to interrupt you, but the deadline is today. It's that again. What should I write? I'm thinking of writing an erotic novel after all. Okay, it's gone back to her speaking. It's that again. What should I write about? I'm thinking of writing an erotic novel after all. No, what we're asking you to write is a horror story. What's this all about? Thank you very much. What's so exciting about that? She usually smiles with her vertical eyes squinting sideways. I'm sure you have the manuscript ready, so that's why you're so calm in your response, hi? What's with that hand movement? Am I a dog? I will humbly accept your manuscript. No. Huh? It's not a fart. It's not written at all. Hey, emoji is totally collapsing. I can't go back to the office like this. I'm scared to see the editor-in-chief's face. See, that's horror. Arg! What is it? You or Tomoki? I was having so much fun playing with emoji, and now you're just invading someone else's dream. What the fuck is happening? I can't go back to the office like this. I'm scared to see the editor-in-chief's face. See, that's horror. Arrgh! What is it, you or Tomoki? So her brother's back. Yeah, I don't know. Let's just push on ahead. I was having so much fun playing with emoji, and now you're just invading someone else's dream? But Oni-chan, your face is covered in blood. Look in the mirror. I dozed off and stuck my face in a plate of tomatoes. Selling 3, not selling, still dreaming. Yo, sensei. Another new one. This time it's a delinquent, Masaki Yoshida. You know what I came to see you for, right? Oh, this time the real one is open again. Are you asking for the manuscript? That's right. Stop complaining and write quickly. The title of your shitty, boring novel is Even After Being Reincarnated in Another World, I Still Received a Consumption Tax Bill. That's long. Are you making fun of me? These days, comic titles aren't just like this, but more like, when I bought a strategy guide from Book Off, I lost a lot of money because of a typo, and my body, which was used as collateral, was violated. Or, until the Demon King turned into a woman and the divorced number 2 returned to work as a handsome, plump man. We live in a convenient world where you can understand the plot without reading the contents. If you have time to admire it, hurry up and write it. You promised me 30 pages. Okay, I can write that quickly. You're exaggerating. Really? Of course. That's how the story goes. The reincarnated heroine goes to the tax office in another world only to find that it is crowded during tax season. So what? Taxpayers received a number. This is so Okay, she's explaining a story that she's writing to her delinquent classmate, who is also her editor or some shit in the dream. The editor is like a rotating cast of different people from her class. This is what it seems like. God, I wish this was more comprehensible. Be interesting if it was. It's just, this one's just, okay. Taxpayers, I think this is Tomoko talking.
Taxpayers receive a numbered ticket and wait their turn. When the time comes, an official comes out and checks who's waiting. The story starts from that scene.
Hmm?
So is there anyone with the number 1 ticket? Here. Who has the number 2 card? Here. The number 3? Here. The number 4? Raise your hand. Here. The number 5? Okay. Number 6? Hey. Number 7? Hoi. Number 8? I. Number 9? Yo. Number 10?
Hey, wait a minute.
Okay. Number 11? Yes, yes.
Stop it. How long are they going to keep reading out those numbers?
There are 2 lines for each person calling and answering. One 400-character manuscript paper has 20 lines. So if there are 300 people waiting, that's just right. Oh, Yoshida-san, don't hit me. Someone come here. I don't care if it's Tomoki, just come out.
Shut up. You always complain whenever I show up, Oni-chan. You're like, huh? Yoshida-san?
Oh, you kid.
Will you please stop calling me kid?
That's right. Stop it, Yoshida-san. Don't tease with Tomoki-kun.
My goodness, look who's here. It's Komi Scum. That's not my name. The glasses are definitely from Komiyama, who wanted to see Tomoki's penis.
I'm a female sage. Can't you tell by this outfit? Yes, Komiyama-san is a librarian, unlike my...
Oh, wait. Okay, this is Tomoki speaking. Yes, Komiyama-san is a librarian. Unlike my sister, she's smart, so she's perfect for a female sage in another world.
Idiot. No, she's not just smart. This woman is violent, too. That's right. I'm both a sage and a hero. Karari. What is this karari thing? It's an onomatopoeia for shining glasses. Gooey. What's gooey? It's a description of being puffed up. Read some books. Ahem. That's annoying. Pooey, by the way, it's a description for looking away.
Who's talking now?
Hey, if Komiyama is a sage and a hero, then what am I? You're an editor. You said it yourself. Hump.
I don't know who's speaking. I'm lost. That was a snort of Komi Scum. Okay, that was... No, it wasn't. Humph. You said it yourself. Then what am I... Isn't Yuchan the... Oh, I don't know. Whatever. Let's keep pushing on ahead.
What a boring role, Purry Purry. Is my only role here to pester Kuroki? If so, where's the wizard? Kyoro. Damn it, I'm depressed. That role must be mine. I see. If Kuroki is the wizard, the manuscript will be completed in no time. I'll second that, Pachi. That's applause. All right, I'm a wise woman and a hero, so I'll allow it. The magician is Mokochi. What's that, Tomoki-kun? Do you object? Karari. Absolutely not. If I let my Oni-chan use her magic, she'll definitely strip me naked, lick, and perorin, dangle, waku. That's what I really think. But right now Wait, what the fuck? What? That's what I really think. But right now I'm a wise woman and a hero. Is it okay, Mokochi? I would never use that kind of magic. Hey, what's wrong? The end of the line is cut off without quotation marks. Wow, even the voice sound of Zoe is cut off.
It's not just about everyone getting along. The world is round. It's gone. Island, Su, Ta. Blah. All deleted. Even if I... This is Tomoki, yeah? Tomoko.
Blah, all deleted. Even if I don't become a wizard, I'm Tomoko Kuroki, the author who created this isekai, equals the god of this world. So if I make my manuscript into a roll, everyone and everything will come to nothing. Jeez, I'm gone too.
There she is. She's writing. There's all the characters in her head. She's writing the stories. She's the fucking puppet master. And she's so sweaty. Why is she so sweaty? Gross. Where's oh, is that Emori? Is that Emori or is that you? No, that's you. No, that's no wait, yeah, that is you, isn't it? I think. I don't know. It's hard to tell if that's Emily or not with her eyes closed. Anyways. Alright, we'll continue on with this fucking story. I hate this. Selling 4, it's not selling, so this seems to be just a dream.
Huh? Where am I? I should recognize this. Isn't this the high school where I was popular? Who said I was a morning girl? Oh, it was me. I don't care, but it looks a bit deserted. With no one around here, it reminds me of my lonely days. I'll at least go to the school cafeteria. Garan! It's probably an onomatopoeia to express the absence of people, but it's a bit too much. Garan, garan. Shut up. I didn't win the lottery or anything. Let's buy some cup ramen from the vending machine. Charing. What's the matter with you? Come on out. Gagang. The sound of a vending machine being kicked. He to doson. An onomatopoeia of someone hopping on one foot because their foot hurts and is falling on their bottom. Charing. What the hell? My coins are back. If you're sold out, say so quickly. That is the growling of my stomach. That's enough. I'm going outside and having some delicious, cheap, plain udon noodles. When I went out, I found every shop was packed with people. Wahahaha! No, don't touch there. It's my weak spot. All right, bitch. Go flirt on your own. Have you ever heard of the Japanese word for solitude? How refreshing it is to be in the park late at night. It's so cleanly deserted. Looking up, the stars were twinkling and sparkling in the sky. Prince, which planet are you on tonight? Prince, here is a pretty girl alone, waiting for a whisper of love. That hyutsu was the sound of the wind. That karararararara is the sound of empty coffee cans rolling around. I'm alone on the swing. Hee. A swinging swing. Come on. Keep paddle. Paddle harder. Harder and harder. Deaden. That's the sound of me following. Oh, that hurt. Dottori. The sound of me sitting on a bench. Shing, 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 shing. The sound of the nightfall. Was there ever such a sound? Hyatsu! The sound of the wind blowing through my empty heart. Kakarakarakarakaraka. That's the sound of an empty coffee can rolling through my heart. Why would an empty can fall on my heart? Petchori! Ugh, a wet dead leaf on my forehead. When I plucked the leaf off, I felt dizzy for some reason. I wonder if my blood pressure was that low. When I looked up at the sky again, for some reason the stars were in a different position than before. It felt like space was shaking, distorting, and twisting, so I instinctively covered my face with both hands. I couldn't hear any sound. Shing! This is how you describe the sound of silence. Thinking it was a contradiction, I gently opened my eyes and blew it out of my head. There she was, a solitary loner like me. It was a high school girl in the same uniform sitting on a bench and looking out of nowhere. I see, that's how it is. You're lonely too. Then let's talk about loneliness together. I get up from the bench. Immediately that high school girl stood up from the bench on the other side. Wait a minute. I tried to approach her, but she started to walk away. What's the matter with you, you mean girl? I was just about to comfort you, and now you're just going to ignore my kindness? I was so angry that I tried to run up to her, but she ran away quickly. Wait a minute. Do you really not want people to see your face that badly? You must be ultra ugly. I hope you're not a smooth, slit-mouthed bitch. Wait. At least turn around. And that's when I thought about it. For some reason this time I heard footsteps behind me. Yoy! I quickly turned around, and as expected, a girl in the same uniform was running towards me, but I couldn't make out her face. That's because she was running while looking back, just like me. Watch out, you. If you're going to run, look ahead. If you keep looking behind you, you're going to run into somebody. Darn! See, that's how it went. I bumped into the back of the high school girl running in front of me, and at the same time, the girl coming from behind also bumped into me. And so the three of us met for the first time. Our three mouths were in sync. It's me, it's me, it's me. Just a moment ago, when I was kissed by the dead leaf, it was as if this space had somehow folded into an n-dimensional size. Three of me existed in the same space, so that's what happened, although it doesn't make sense.
Selling 5. It's not selling, but the dream continues.
Fuck!
Nemo now? Okay.
Good job, Mokuchi! What the heck? It's Nemo, isn't it? Congratulations, Nomoto-san, for becoming a voice actor as you wished. And now you've become a writer, Mokochi. What are you planning to write next? Well, for now, I guess it'll be science fiction. I've just picked up the idea, hee hee hee. But you've also written a mystery. I did. The Great Closed Room. It's short, though. I'm going to be reciting it on stage soon, so I came to ask you, Mokochi, the author, for guidance. At home? Oh, before I knew it, this was my room. Dreams are convenient. Yes, that's fine. Go ahead and read it. If you notice anything, I'll tell you without hesitation. I never thought I'd be able to say such lines. I guess we'll live long enough. I wonder how old I am now. What are you talking about? Let's not talk about age. Here you go, Nemo. Please read my work. Yes.
The Great Closed Room by Tomoko Kuroki.
The vaulted ceiling is as high as 5-story...
The vaulted ceiling is as high as a 5-story building. As it was a religious building built with donations from believers, one wall was made entirely of marble and was covered with a huge relief of a goddess statue that the believers revered.
Is this some god of the Space Zorro animator cult?
The bold man who is usually called the inspector called out to the detective while rubbing his neck. Even though she is called the detective, she is quite a beautiful woman. The statue of the goddess was so tall that the inspector's neck started to hurt as he looked up. The inspector stopped kneading and, now, making a grinding noise, looked around. There was only one entrance to the space, a 20-meter high, 15-meter wide steel door, and all the windows on the 4 walls, large and small, were locked so tightly that it was impossible for a single worm to get in or out. The inspector turned his gaze around and looked up again at the marble statue.
If you look closely, you'll see it resembles an anime hero.
The detective was a well-known anime otaku, so she answered right away.
No, she's a heroine.
That's right. She was a goddess. She was wearing a bikini-like costume, and she had a big breast, too.
I heard there was a dispute among her followers whether to carve her nipples sticking out or to color them pink.
I don't care, but that thing in her hand looks like a weapon.
Yes, it's a beam gun used to fight against pagan gods.
More than a goddess, she's a female warrior. Speaking of paganism,
Christianity, Buddhism, Hebrewism, the religion's doctrine is to destroy all such pagan deities.
That's a dangerous doctrine, but it's only because of the funds that they could have such ambitions. Indeed! The great safe hidden beneath the feet of the goddess holds a vast amount of gold. If we were to steal it from them, the poor cult would have no choice but to collapse.
What a sweet story.
You could suck it and never get tired of it. It was as sweet as honey. The thief duo, Keigoin Buta and Kayako Kotoko, exchanged smiles and then dashed off, loading their loot into a car parked just outside the door. Incidentally, there is no depiction of this large, sturdy door being closed. In other words, it was wide open. Apology for the misprinted title. Selling 6, not selling waking up. Jesus. Thank God this story's almost over.
Don't make fun of me.
It was Masaki Yoshida who snatched the manuscript from Nemo's hand after she had finished writing it. Her freshly dyed hair was shaking in anger.
I heard you say that this was your first time writing something that resembled a novel. But my reading was great, wasn't it? Mokuchi's novel is terrible, though.
Nemo said that awful thing with a smiling face. Speaking of the author,
I had just woken up from a long dream. Oh, Tomoki is here too. No, this was my younger brother's room. Nemo and the others showed up while I was training on makeup. But this is what they call a narrative trick.
Oh, okay, that's Tomoki saying that. But this is what you call a narrative trick.
Oh, Tomoki protected me, which was unusual for him. Shut up, kid. No matter how you look at it, it's fatal if the whole story doesn't have a punchline.
She said something decent for a girl like her and snapped at me, whose eyes were still glazed over. That's gonna be Yoshida.
These days, even kindergarten kids wouldn't understand a story about going from dream to dream and then finding out it was all a dream. If you want to be a writer, Kuroki, you should know that much.
I guess that's Nemo, or maybe it's still Yoshida. I don't know. Who cares? It's not Tomoki, though. Or Tomoko.
To tell you the truth, I was a little bit nervous. She was right. If you want to be a writer, stories like "it was a dream and that's it" were a taboo move that you shouldn't make.
I don't know about taboo. Cliche.
I feel sorry for her if she says it's so harsh. It's true that this is terrible, though.
Even Nemo kept repeating how terrible it was. But thank you. You're so rude to me for saying such bad things to me so directly. No matter how difficult it is to say something, she says it because she is my friend. Compared to the time when I was alone, I am much better off now. I look so terrible. I'm crying with my sleepy eyes. I need to go and look in the mirror. Sorry, everyone. Oni-chan, where are you going? Are you going to the stairwell?
You insensitive little brother.
I glared at him and then stepped onto the stairs. Even at this moment, I was thinking of a punchline in my head, and it completely fell flat. I went for it without holding back. Oh, Mokochi fell! Hey, how far are you planning to go? Until the reader is so shocked that he simply closes the page in disgust. God, that one was rough. Guys, that was awful. That was terrible. I'm aware that it's entirely the fault of the translation because it's fucking AI translated, but good God. Good God! Good God! Good God, I hated that. What's this one called? My Bangs Are Facing the Sky by Sako Aizawa. That's Ah-chan, isn't it? Okay. I don't want to read any more of this right now. What if we continued reading this at another stream at some other time that wasn't now? How about that? How about that? How about we do that, huh? Because I don't want to read this no more. Well, what if we read like one of them per stream, huh? Or something? I don't know. I want to make it a series, right? And my hope is that it will, I don't know. My dream in life is that it will call more attention to it. And then I'm not big enough to do that, but it's better. Me making a video about it's better than nothing, right? Right? But maybe one day somebody will do an official translation. That'd be cool. Because this translation's fucking terrible. It's just awful. God, it's terrible. There aren't really any games or anything that I want to play right now though, so I'm just gonna end stream. Hey, people that showed up, I like that. It's cool when you show up. Especially if you're just a little fuck around like a goofy ass